Senior Constable Yates said Marsh looked right at him before throwing the bike at him. Marsh said he had run for the bike, not wanting to leave it behind, but dropped it after hearing footsteps behind him. Marsh was arrested and charged with assault, obstructing a public officer and breach of bail. He was refused bail on his first appearance in court. But a couple of months later, prosecutors dropped the obstruction and assault charges. Marsh sued the police, alleging in part that he was maliciously prosecuted by the officer and had been falsely imprisoned, and was successful on those two causes of action. On the malicious prosecution, the magistrate found the officer had been primarily motivated by his dislike of Marsh, and there was a lack of reasonable and probable cause in the officer laying the charge. If the look and throw of the bicycle did not occur, it seems to me that there are no reasonable grounds for Senior Constable Yates to believe that Mr. Marsh had committed an offense against him, the magistrate said. But in a judgment published Friday, the ACT Supreme Court's Associate Justice Verity McWilliams has overturned the lower court's decision. Loading, the judge referred to difficulties making conclusions from surveillance footage, including that Marsh's eyes were not visible and so it was unclear whether he looked at the officer. She said that without Marsh picking up the bike and causing it to come into the path of Senior Constable Yates, who Marsh knew was there whether he looked or not, the officer would not have been hurt. Stripped of the nuances of whether there was a throw or the bike was propelled, those basic facts are an objectively sufficient basis to conclude that the elements of the obstruction were probably made out, she said. Associate Justice McWilliams accepted that Senior Constable Yates disliked Marsh and may even have been contemptuous of him. However, a finding that a police officer did not genuinely believe the elements of a charge were probably made out when laying a charge against a person is a very serious finding to make. It means the police officer was effectively not doing his job. A judgment in favor of Marsh, $10,000 for his unlawful imprisonment, still stands.